The most important lift decisions should not begin when the crane rolls through the gate. A mobile crane brings the proposed load, crane configuration, ground, nearby services, traffic, and people into one changing work area. Plan before arrival, so everyone involved can see the same job, the same conditions, and the same reasons to pause and review. The Queensland Mobile Crane Code of Practice 2024 commenced on 23 September 2024. It provides approved Queensland guidance for managing mobile crane risks. This video uses that guidance for practical education. Its application is jurisdiction-specific, so it is not presented as binding law throughout Australia. Check the current law, regulator material, and project requirements that apply where the work is performed. Principal risks include structural failure, overturning or collapse, collision or contact involving people, plant, or structures, and falling objects. These risks can interact. A site condition can affect stability. A changed lift path can affect contact risk. Other plant or workers entering the area can change the exposure. Identify the hazards. Eliminate a risk where possible, or minimize it where elimination is not possible. Maintain the controls so they remain effective, and review them when necessary. That cycle is more than a completed form. It depends on consultation, implementation, training, supervision, records, and evidence from the actual work. Changed conditions must reopen the review. Crane selection should account for the load weights and dimensions, the lift radii, the lift height, and other characteristics of the proposed work. Those factors belong in one selection decision. This video does not calculate capacity, choose a crane, or confirm a configuration. The actual decision must use the real load, intended work, specific crane information, and actual site. Site planning should address current ground conditions, underground services, and overhead power lines. Connect the proposed crane position with access, the lifting area, nearby structures, operating plant, and traffic. Conditions seen earlier may not be the conditions present when the crane arrives. Use current information, coordinate the interfaces, and reassess when the layout, ground, services, or surrounding work do not match the plan. Maximum allowable wind speed can depend on the specific load and crane configuration. A general weather reading does not settle the decision for every lift. Specialist engineering input may be needed to determine an appropriate limit. This film gives no wind threshold and makes no engineering assessment. Confirm the applicable information for the actual load and configuration, then respond when conditions change. People involved in mobile crane operations should understand their responsibilities for each lift. Connect those responsibilities with site preparation, induction, and traffic management. Confirm how instructions will be communicated, how visibility or communication problems will be escalated, and how emergency arrangements fit the work. The crew needs a shared understanding of the lift, the controls, and the reasons to pause. For high-risk construction work involving mobile cranes, a safe work method statement must be prepared before that work starts. A site-specific SWMS should be prepared where previous work is not sufficiently similar, or the lift is unique or complex. A document does not perform the controls. These visuals are not a SWMS, lift plan, rigging design, inspection certificate, or proof that work was completed safely. Pause. Also clearly qualify Queensland guidance, the local jurisdiction check, the SWMS boundary, the generic visual boundary, the documents do not complete duties boundary, and the no guarantee boundary. Pause and reassess when important information is uncertain or conditions no longer match the plan. That can include uncertainty about the load, a changed layout, worsening wind or weather, unreliable communication, or people, vehicles, or plant entering the work area. Pressure to continue does not resolve those gaps. Identify what changed, confirm the controls, communicate the decision, and review before work continues. This is practical education based on the approved Queensland Mobile Crane Code of Practice 2024 package. Queensland guidance is not uniform Australian law. Check the current local law, regulator guidance, and project conditions. The generic visuals do not provide a site-specific lift plan, rigging design, crane capacity decision, engineering assessment, SWMS, inspection certificate, or evidence of completed work. Documents alone do not complete operational duties. This video does not guarantee safety, compliance, absence of injury, enforcement outcomes, audit findings, or legal outcomes. Before the crane arrives, connect the load, crane selection, ground, services, power lines, wind, people, communication, traffic, documents, and review triggers. For practical WHS documents and organized evidence, get started free with BlueSafe.